First of all, thank you so much for clicking this video. This means a lot to me. And especially today, I'm super excited to upload this video because the kind of content I'm going to share today in this video is going to change completely your perception, how you see your tech careers, how you see your growth in tech careers. Because the framework I'm going to share, if you understand perfectly, and if you apply in your current tech careers or upcoming tech careers, whatever you are planning or envision your 5 years, your next 10 years going to look like, there is a high chance it will look like that, or maybe even better. So stay tuned. Let me begin this video by sharing you a real story. Some of my friends, they actually got laid off from the organization, and the organization mentioned they are doing a restructuring. But for them, it is kind of their life upside down overnight. I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't know this kind of thing. It's coming to their side. I don't know why. That day I kept thinking a lot. Because in technology domain, this happens all the time. I have been there too. Maybe you have been there. Look, I'm not making this video to scare you. The people who are successful in tech, they are not always the coding genius. They are not always the domain expert. They are the ones who see the things before everyone else. So in this video today, I'm going to share you something that actually saved my career multiple times. It is called a personal SWOT analysis. Alright, let's get into it. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Sounds like a very simple idea, but most of us we never really do it because we are so busy in writing a code, solving a problem, debugging, designing, building a product, right? Until everything change. So let me just get into the detail of this concept exactly the way I wish someone has done for me. First thing, let's start with the strength. Strengths are actually your superpowers. So think like this. Maybe you are a designer who can actually spot what is the issue, what is the problem in the design layout. Maybe you are a backend engineer who can calmly debug under the pressure. Maybe you are the marketer who can actually understand the customer better than they understand themselves. Now ask yourself, what do people always thank me for? What feels easy to me but hard to others? What do I enjoy doing and I do really well? Alright, so I hope you understand about the strength now. To make things more clear, let me give you a real world example. Think about a junior developer, let's say Priya. So Priya is a junior developer who doesn't know everything about React.js. But when she writes code, she writes in so clean, structured way. Most of the time, her teammates actually write a code on top of Priya's code. So that's the real strength she has. What about you? For me also, it was so hard to understand about my strength. For years, I used to think if I write a good quality code, if I become a best coder, that will be my strength all the time. But reality hit me hard. Still, I am not a best coder, I am still learning. But the real strength, what I notice is I'm the one who is always asking the question that nobody is asking, and that used to see the problems ahead before everyone else. And my teammates starts calling me a reality check, right? So that's my strength. Now let's talk about weakness, and this is the part everyone afraid to talk about. I'll go first because I'm asking you to be honest too, right? I hate conflicts. I totally hate conflicts. And because of this reason, I used to say yes to everything. Even if the deadline is not possible to match, even if the feature is so complex to develop, I used to say yes all the time. Because I cannot afford to have a conflicting that 5 minutes moment. Because of that, I have to work in my weekends, I have to miss my friend's party, blah blah, so many things. And instead of becoming a strength in my team, I became a weakness. I became a kind of bottleneck to them. So, what about you? What is that thing that you know that is holding you back, but you don't want to expose? What is that thing? Be honest with yourself and answer followings. What tasks drain your energy? What do you avoid doing most of the time? Where have you received constructive feedback mostly? Let me help you to understand this. I'll give you one scenario. You are a DevOps engineer. You are a great at architecting the deployment pipelines and maintaining the infrastructure. But you are brutally bad at maintaining a good documentation. Because of this, your teammate has to face difficult times mostly because they miss the critical steps. Imagine one of your teammates identified this problem on you and he suggests, hey, why not take a course to write a great documentation? And once you took that course and implementing that skills in your whole process of writing a documentations, it is even becoming more great and more standardized. Because of this, your teammate productivity becomes a higher, right? See, identifying a strength is actually a first step to converting it to a strength. So make sure you answer this question with honesty and start working on this. Now let's talk about opportunities. This is the fun part. Look, opportunities are external. You can think like opportunities is a door, it will open if you are ready. Here I'm not talking about job openings. I'm talking about the skill to notice things before everyone else. My friend Pramod is a great example for this. He is a good QA tester, but he's not loving his job. So my company actually started discussing about automated testing, and most of the QA team they decided not to do that. But Pramod, he decided to try. So he started learning about automation testing, and he actually starts loving it. 6 months later, he was teaching everyone else about automation testing. And after 1 year, guess what? He is leading the entire QA department. So, did you notice anything between Pramod and rest of the QA team? So Pramod doesn't have to become a different person to become a QA head. He just did one thing. He noticed something and get into it early than rest of the people. So this process it's called grabbing the opportunities. So if you are ready for it, let's dive more into it. So answer the following. Are there any new tools or trends you are excited about? Is someone in your network doing something you admire? Are there any change in your company or the industry that you could lean into? So I think you understood about opportunities. Let me give you more context with respect to me. So I'm into software engineering field, more into the front end development side. So if you ask me, hey Manoj, can you tell me what are the opportunities you see today for the person like you? See, there are so many opportunities. There is AI, machine learning, no code, low code, so many things are there. And if you talk about the roles, there are so many roles like engineering management, product owner, product management, so many things. If you have to be a more precise and choose one career that someone who is in my domain could transition into is the product owner. See, the product owner is actually the person who is responsible for whole product development life cycle. And the loophole I can see is they are from non-tech background. Since the technology is moving so fast, so many things are there, it will be hard for them to match that speed. So if you are someone from software engineering domain with the understanding of coding, testing, software development completely, then this is a high time to transition into the product roles. Because I'm sure if you are a software engineer transitioning into product roles, then you will become versatile and dynamic product owner. Because you know the tech, you know the coding, you know everything related to tech. The only thing is you need to adapt those personality traits in order to become a product owner. So that is the opportunity I see as of now, today, right now. So the thing is, opportunities are there no matter your industry, no matter your skill sets. Only thing is, you need to notice and act. Now let's talk about threat. I'm not talking about this kind of threat, okay? But this topic matters. Do you notice about the layoff I discussed in the starting of this video? I noticed something, right? But the people who struggle a lot after that are the person who became too comfortable and didn't notice anything. So to understand more in detail, let me give you one example. So there are two persons, one David and Pankaj. So David is a graphics designer. He's so good at designing a graphics, but he thinks learning a new skill is like a burden to him. So he always chooses a comfort zone, even he is a great designer. And on the other side, Pankaj. Pankaj is a graphic designer, but he noticed many companies are asking for video editing skills now. But at first, same like David, he ignores it. But over the period of time, Pankaj noticed all the projects are going to the person who knows the video editing skill. And he realized he had to start learning the video editing skill. So, in this point, what do you think? David is ready for the future, or Pankaj is ready for the future? Or David is ready for any kind of video editing opportunities comes, or Pankaj will be the ones to grab those opportunities? What do you think? The answer is clear, right? Alright, so from this example, we can definitely say threats are the things. It will stop you if you don't pay any attention to them. See the David, you forgot to learn the video editing or ignore it. On the other side, you know what happened, right? So you can ask yourself, right? Is your skill set getting outdated? Are there any layoffs happening in your space? Are you burning out or stuck in a comfort zone? You have to answer these questions honestly. Only then you can identify what are the threats that is coming towards you. Now let me put everything all together. I'm sure you understood about SWOT, right? Strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. Once you understand about this, the next step, let me tell you, how can you use your strength to grab new opportunities? Can a weakness be turned into a goal? Can I reduce threat by taking action now? Let me give you an analogy to understand more. Think of your career like your phone's battery. Your strengths are full percentage bars. Your weaknesses are apps draining the energy. And the opportunities are the charging stations nearby. And threats? Maybe that one app that overheats your phone if left running. So you need to have awareness to manage it all. Alright, so I mentioned a lot of things, right? I have given so many examples. So you might be overwhelmed. The good thing is you don't need to figure out everything at once, right? Because this is a career, right? So there is no any formula to get succeed in career. But make sure you do check in with yourself. You retrospect. You analyze yourself. So SWOT is a framework that actually gives a broader picture of you versus your career. So make sure you ask those questions to yourself. Make sure you answer those questions with honesty, and only you can analyze yourself in which state you are in which state you have to go, and how you can go there. So doing a SWOT analysis is not, becoming a kind of perfection. It is about gaining the clarity, you versus your career. So you can think like this. For example, if you are in tech domain, you can think like your career is like a product which requires constant testing, constant debugging, and constant updates. So grab a blank sheet of paper and start doing your SWOT analysis now, today. But don't forget to subscribe because I will be uploading a much valuable content in the future. But wait, one important thing. Don't forget to subscribe this channel. If you are new, don't forget. You cannot forget this. Please subscribe now. If you are existing viewers, thank you so much for watching again and again. I will be sharing much valuable content on days to come, so stay tuned. Thank you. Bye bye.